Hey, it's Radical Dan. This is the first video of this year. I'm trying to get this gasifier here, little charcoal gasifier, to run this little motor. And I had another alternator on last year, and it was messed up, so I went and got this one. I have a feeling that the engine, it says 3.75 horse, which when you're running on wood gas or charcoal gas, you can figure about 60% or 70% efficiency, you know, from what it's rated. So if that's saying, you know, close to 4, I'm probably putting 2.5 out or something. I get it running without the alternator hooked up. I don't even have the field hooked up. See, I got a little switch right there. I don't have the field hooked up, just the load of the alternator pulling on it. And it's not, I'll show you here in a second. But yeah, it'll fire up. I think I got everything. That's running on charcoal, which is right here. That's charcoal, just charcoal right here that I make. Yeah, see, I haven't had it running for a few minutes, so it's gonna kick back out on me, but it'll run. But anyway, if I hook this belt up to it, it won't even start like that. So let me get this thing warmed back up. I've let it set about 10 minutes, so it's probably going off temperature. Yeah, see, it's starting really slow, like it's probably not getting very good gas out of it right now. Real touchy too. This is the valve for the gas, charcoal gas. This is a filter, and of course there's a radiator that gets the water out of it. Comes out here, and then the gases come out there, and then there's a bunch of that white foam stuff in there, like they put in pillows and stuff, and it catches any kind of particles, and this supposedly catches all the water. Oh, see, I got a little leak right here. What is that? There's smoke coming out of there. It shouldn't be like that. Might be part of it too, huh? Alright, I'll be back. This is how you run a blower. I got this blower. This is an old blower for blowing up mattresses. And I put a T in line so it can actually suck the gases through the whole system. But what it is this is a homemade inverter. You come off a battery backup for a computer. But plug it into the batteries, so it's running off of there. And then when I turn this on, it runs 120 volts, so I can kick it on like that, and it sucks all the gases. When it gets to a flammable mixture, it sucks them all the way through to where it's ready. Because if you sit there and try to pull this all day long, unless you got like electric start or something, you're gonna tear yourself up. Especially the older you get, like I am. But anyway, yeah, it takes a while for it to get the right gas and air mixture. And I have to let this kind of warm up a little bit. Yeah, so that's an internal combustion engine running off of nothing but charcoal, which I've done before. I'm going to build a bigger one here, maybe this year or next year, to run my truck. But what I'm trying to do, if you look in here, it's my solar panels. I got my little panels right here. It's a few hundred watts, but it runs into this right here. There's a couple old batteries down there, and I've got this Gridtie inverter right here. See, right now it's only putting like 99, 97 watts. There's 100 watts back into the system because the sun's going down. But what I want to do is, like, for the last few days we've had like overcast and there's not been a lot of sun, and I was sitting there thinking, okay, what if I could, you know, make a charcoal gasifier to run a motor that would run an alternator to charge the batteries, and then I could basically use that to replace the solar panels when the sun's not out. So I could get my Gridtie inverter and I'd still have it running even on a cloudy, rainy day, whatever, by running, you know, the gasifier. So then on the sunny days I can use my solar panels, on cloudy days I can use this, and I can always pump electricity back into the grid, because it cuts down on my electric bill quite a bit. Because I come out and turn this on in the morning when the sun comes up, and it's always constantly pumping power back into the house. And you know, it's not enough to replace what we use, but it actually cuts down on what we actually use because it supplies some of it. So then when I get my bill, it's, you know, like $20, $30 less a month. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, basically solar is free. So I figured if I could do this, you could even run this at nighttime if you wanted to. If you get it up and running. I'm gonna probably have to put a bigger motor on it, because I'll put a 5 or maybe an 8 horse on it and find out. No, yeah, okay, well, let me shut this down, and then I'll show you what it does with the belt. Yeah, let's open this up and let the air come into it, so it adds too much air, so it can't run it. So here, hold on a second. Let me put this belt on, and then if I had a smaller alternator, it'd probably work too. This is 100 amp Ford. I got it at my local junkyard for like 15 bucks. Okay, now that's on. I got the belt on here, and it just ran. You just heard it. Now I will even unhook the field. This switch is not even turned on. But now watch, I won't be able to get it to start. It'll barely kick. But see, it'll barely kick, but it won't keep going. It just doesn't have enough balls, I don't think, to turn that. Even without a load, if I get it going and I put a load on it, it dies immediately. So I know when you energize the alternator, it puts a lot of pressure on it. Of course, you know, 100 amps. I mean, it's like 1200 watts or something. And even if that was running peak, you're not going to run, because what? 1 horsepower is what? 740 or something like that watts. So yeah. Anyway, that's my update. I will try to get a bigger motor on here, and then we'll see if this works. But hadn't made a video in a while, so Radical Dan, have a good one.